YouTube? It's your boy LukeZno, man. Back with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna react to Jaden Newman's leaks are actually worse than you think. Look, gang. I ain't gonna lie. We all seen the leaks, gang. We all seen it, gang. And I'm be real with you, gang. What the fuck? You came from shooting basketball, LaMelo ball. Oh, can I follow you back on Instagram? This, that, and the third. Now you doing OnlyFans content? Like, come on, bro. And the thing about Jaden Newman, she don't know that her brother Julian is copying everything. Like, he getting bro. Let's get straight into this video, man.
So you basically would never do it?
Nothing nudes or anything. Right now, no, I would never do it.
I don't know, Jaden. Based off of what I've seen this week on the internet, I don't know if you have those same morals. Imagine spending your children's formidable years going to the extreme, and I do mean extreme, depths and lengths for them. Moving them from school to school to get a better education, putting them in private instruction in order for them to be the child prodigies that you see them to be. Hell, even starting up your own school in order for your children to be the most successful children that they could possibly be. That was the dream and aspiration of internet's father, Jaden Newman. And well, today, I don't think that it paid off. Now look, I'm not saying that I condone leak culture at all. I actually think that it's a deplorable act. But are these even considered leaks since Julian Newman, the brother of Jaden Newman, is out there in the open saying this about his sister?
To look at the brighter side of things, on a positive note, she gonna be bigger than Kim K, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all care, like, bro, y'all just gassing her up.
The Newman family and father...
First of all, she ain't gonna be bigger than no Kim K. You don't lust the plot. Second of all, you saying that about your sister kinda is weird. It means you were looking at them news yourself. I'm gonna be real with you. You niggas probably looking at them news himself. I ain't gonna lie. Talking about, hey gang, talking about she gonna be bigger than Kim K. First of all, she ain't gonna be bigger than Kim K. Second of all, why the fuck you talking about it? And I saw the nigga on TikTok live. They was saying, oh, he's 5'5", didn't make the NBA, short as fuck, never gonna make the NBA, any sister got leaked. Ah, gang, I'm gonna be real with you. Those comments were frying me because I was out there dying. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga really copying everything. And the sister just don't give a fuck. She like, whatever. Feel me? He's just there on live crying and shit. He's like, bro, come on, chill. Stop saying bullshit like that. Hey, gang, I feel bad for bro. Real shit. But hey, he done it to himself. Also, the shit that he be doing is kind of weird, too. Nigga, I didn't know he was black, first of all. Nigga saying nigga every sentence. And also him doing the boxing event, all that bullshit. I'm like, gang, give it up. Feel me?
Jaden Newman spent years trying to turn Julian and Jaden into basketball prodigies. So how did they go from being basketball prodigies to a family that only seems to get the most attention when something is going wrong? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to go a long way for the channel. As you can tell, I'm in a new setup, and it's thanks to all 183,000 of you guys. I would not be here without you. Now, back into the video.
Redo the vid? Wait, what vid?
Oh my God.
One of the internet's favorite families is back into the spotlight. And this time, it's not for the dribble, tween, hezzy antics of Julian Newman, the star prodigy from the yesteryear mixtape basketball era. This time is Jaden Newman. As a recent part of a bunch of leaks that came onto the internet, Jaden Newman's personal schmex tape got leaked to the internet. The reason why I'm putting so many quotes and emphasis around whether it was or was not leaked will be revealed later on in the video, but that is just as to how we got here today. And for research purposes, I promise you, research purposes strictly, I did come across these videos and they were explicit as hell. Now, if these were truly leaked out and put to the internet without her permission, then, you know, I don't think that this is something that should have happened. But ultimately, we are here and it is some...
Wait, does she do OnlyFans or was that just like leaks? Like... Look, research purposes, I had to search it up as well, you feel me? Just to know, to see, like, what's everyone fussing about, you feel me? But look, first of all, does she do OnlyFans or those were just leaks? I'm not sure, you feel me? I don't know if she's been doing OnlyFans for a little minute now or whatnot, or she gonna start it now. She probably is after all this hype going around her leaks. Like, yeah, it's never that serious.
that not even Julian Newman, Jaden Newman's brother, can avoid.
Y'all keep asking me some weird stuff. No one cares. I don't care. Like, get out of here with that, bro. Y'all only care because it's Jaden Newman. Second of all, what that got to do with me?
The pipeline from child internet star to being some sort of crash out or some sort of burnout is one that is escaping nobody at this point. For what it's worth, we haven't heard the Newman name for months now, but every single time that we hear it is for some sort of bad antics or, negative PR from what most people would perceive. And in a situation like this where somebody's intimate and personal details get leaked out to the internet, the best course of action, probably in my opinion, is to avoid it as a whole. But it seems as though the father's teachings have trickled down into the children, and Julian Newman is using this as some sort of complete promo tour.
She's gonna be bigger than Kim K, man.
When I tell you how disgusted I was to find out that this clip was from a video that Julian Newman had posted, not just because he was promoting his sister's OF or leaks that she had out to the public, which means that I think that he had to have seen them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, but also because he used this AI thumbnail. That's a weird choice to be making right now. The sad part about all of this is that this is not the fame and notoriety that the Newman family sought out for when they graced the internet years and years ago. We got to remember that Julian Newman and Jaden Newman were quote-unquote child prodigies. Jaden Newman was playing varsity basketball for her high school at just the age of 9 years old. She was even so good at basketball that she got the opportunity to do a three-point contest with somebody that she looked up to and admired in Stephen Curry.
3-year-old Jaden Newman. Wait a minute, how old are you?
10.
10 years old. What is this? What's that about?
Before we do this, can you sign this for my school?
Please excuse Jaden Newman from class today. She's beating Stephen Curry in a 3-point contest.
And now fast forward to 2026, you have Jaden Newman being one of the worst fallen off childhood prodigies in the social media era. And a lot of people are scratching their heads trying to figure out how they could have gotten here. How do you go from being compared to the next greatest women's basketball player like Skylar Diggins, Candace Parker, Maya Moore, to now being compared by your own blood brother to Kim Kardashian for having your Schmex tape leak? I think the answer is quite clear when you understand who their father is.
What's wrong with pushing your kids to be great? There's nothing wrong with that. Someone else is not going to tell us what our kids can't do because we know what they can do. People kill me when they just try to get on LeVar, get on myself, get on Richard Williams, or get anybody where we're just pushing your kids to be great.
If you've never seen that bald-headed man before with the big arched eyebrows, you would have thought that that was their manager or their promoter or their coach. But that is the Newman family's
That's the
patriarch,
dad.
Jamie Newman. Now, I think it's quite clear to understand quickly based off of that clip how delusional Jamie Newman's thought process and ideology is when he's comparing himself to LeVar Ball and Richard Williams. LeVar Ball being the father of 3 children that made it to the NBA stage, kids that are also, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5 plus. And then Richard Williams, who is the father of Venus and Serena Williams, 2 children that grew up to be tennis prodigies and some of, if not the greatest tennis players to ever grace the earth. Putting yourself in that lane is a little bit stretchy, but we get the overall point. That doesn't mean that the delusion doesn't still stand. Now, I want to be fair to Jamie Newman and his efforts to get his kids out there to another level. He put a quote in Bleacher Report saying, "No one understands what they're going through better than they do. They're on the same path. They don't want to be normal kids. They want to be extraordinary." And I think that's very respectable. Wanting your kids to be great. And
Look. W father, gang. Look, I don't know what he done after. Look, cause I ain't gonna lie. I was low-key watching a bit of the, what is it called? The Prodigy shit. I don't know what the show was called. It was on like Overtime, some shit like that, right? I was low-key watching it. I ain't gonna lie. A bit. I only watched it because LaMelo Ball, you feel me? If y'all don't know, LaMelo Ball, my favorite player. Feel me? One of the talented players of all time. But look, right? I was watching it for a bit just so I could see LaMelo Ball. Feel me? Because Ball is live. I mean, no, Ball is BBB. Ball, Big Baller Brand, some shit. Like, you know how they did the Facebook shit? They did the Facebook shit. I was watching that. And then I was watching the Prodigy shit. And I just see LaMelo blocking the shit out of this nigga. It's funny as fuck. Nigga, just bullying this nigga. It's funny. Right? I'm seeing Jaden Newman. Feel me? He's on all these moves, knowing he ain't gonna make the league. Which is respect, you feel me? He trained hard, he tried to get to the league, he couldn't make it. Feel me, man? Some people, sometimes it comes with a little bit of talent. You need a little bit of talent to yourself if you really want to make it to the next level, feel me? But you see him doing moves, knowing he ain't going nowhere. He just, he ain't moving, nigga. I'm just gonna stand right there. If I'm going Jalen Newman, this is off topic. If I'm going Jalen Newman, I'm just gonna stand right here. You feel me? Cause he ain't moving. You feel me? But look, right? Look. Off topic. Look, what's it called? Jaden Newman's dad, good father. I don't know what he done after the Prodigy show, whatever it's called, right? But gang, you comparing yourself to LeVar, it ain't gonna work out, nigga. I'll be real with you. So real with you. And Jaden Newman, you out here getting. First of all, I don't know how niggas like recording themselves. Hey, that's me. I don't record myself when I'm doing a do. Feel me? I'm not that type of nigga. Cause now it's like someone hacking your iCloud. Now you're fried. You feel me? Now someone hacking to your iCloud. You're finished. You're done. You get me?
Pushing them to that greatness isn't some sort of bad thing. I think that people loosely use terms like helicopter parent or tiger parent, and I don't want anybody wanting their children to be great to be labeled that just because. And with that being said, that is not Jamie Newman. Jamie Newman is a delusional parent who put his children in the limelight with unrealistic expectations, unrealistic hopes of success in certain lanes. I mean, he himself is about 5'6", 5'5", and he had these expectations that his kids would be better than, if not just as good as some of the best basketball talent in the world. When we watched the footage, the skills didn't match. But what really made Jamie Newman disgusting is that he compromised his children's integrity for the sake of success. People had many concerns about Jamie Newman's exposure to his kids to social media in the real world. In that same Bleacher Report article, Jamie Newman reported that he had the passwords to both kids' Instagram accounts and knew that 15-year-old Jaden was receiving sexual messages and pictures from strangers. He says, and I quote, "She shows me her messages. I see 5 from the past 24 hours that are either graphic, sexual proportions, or requests for the type of photos and videos that got leaked. Rude photographs." Jamie Newman says it's a trade-off. "I like having a lot of followers, but the downside is guys who say weird or gross stuff, I mostly try to ignore it." Now, I'm not going to say Jamie Newman exactly instilled that type of thought process and philosophy into Jaden, but if you're seeing these things come across your daughter's phone, and I'm hearing her say that type of phrasing that it's a trade-off for the social media success that she's getting, you can put the pieces together. Was that enough for Jamie Newman to stop putting his children out there on social media? No. Remind you, he was supposed to be training his 2 young prodigies to be elite basketball players. But at the end of the day, all it did was expose them to a life that they probably weren't ready for. Neither of them lived up to the success that their father had laid out for them. And now in 2026, Jamie Newman is being clowned for his endeavors, whether it be parenting or coaching. They started off on the 7 to the 0 run. This is their head coach, Jamie Newman. He's a legend, bro. Ball is life. He's a legend, bro. He stay in the mix. I hate that fucking sweater. His ass is back at work today, boo. Like nothing happened. Like I stated earlier, there's no problem with a parent wanting their child to be as successful as possible. But ultimately, that means being realistic with what they can and can't do. And I don't think that that's what Jamie Newman did. But what I do think that he did was understand the value in monetization and the celebrity that he could ultimately make his children into being.
What was it that made you realize, yo, my kids, we could monetize their abilities right now? Like
the first couple of years, I think, when they were, the prodigies, they were prodigies. And when they did that, I was like, hey, we got something here.
I don't know, gang. Does that not sound kind of strange and weird to anybody else but me? Raise your hand in the comment section if that sounds weird to you. Jamie Newman created 2 celebrities, but the problem is that the only part of his plan that seemed to work was not the basketball, but it was the creation of them being famous. And so while Jaden Newman is dealing with the ugly sides of being famous right now, Julian Newman has been dealing with the ugly sides of being famous for years at this point. Julian Newman was the face of the internet experiment that became the Newman family. For what it's worth, he was one of the forefront fathers of the internet mixtape basketball era, getting known for being somebody who had all these skills at an early age. But ultimately, the professional career that his father had laid out for him never fully worked. He didn't start playing any sort of collegiate basketball until 2024. And to be quite honest with you, I think that school was there to just sell tickets. Through the first 3 games, Julian Newman averaged 3 points per game, 16.7% from the field, and just 0% from 3. The conversation around Julian Newman went from how good will he be to what happened to Julian Newman very, very fast.
I give you one. You give me one? One. I'll take it.
Oh my Lord.
That's perfect in the world. You gotta just put him over.
I'm aware. You gotta take something away.
No way.
There you go. That's good defense.
No way. get in the bag.
Too small.
Everything is not gonna let you put this down. The defense, get strong, get strong.
No balance. Well, maybe the professional career wouldn't work. You know, NBA, overseas, not in the cards for Julian Newman. But creator basketball steps on the scene. And through the guidance of his team, including his father, Julian Newman would, let's just say, make an attempt to get into the professional creator scene. But ultimately, through years of tolerating or promoting or hyping the bad behaviors, not just the on-court ability, but also, you know, the hothead temperament of it all, Julian Newman would flame out quick, fast, in a hurry in his professional content creator career.
Yeah, I seen this.
Now, you've probably seen...
Like, little bro just got, like, not even just down. Like, look, you see how he was just tussling with Showtime, right? Also, let's not forget when the whole Playboy Max incident, when he was playing pickup ball with Playboy Max, he was beefing with some niggas, and he just had a hard-ass temper. Like, nigga was just so cocky, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, Julian Newman, you was nice, but you ain't that nice now. I really bust your ass on the court, I'm gonna be real with you. But look, he just became some angry little ass nigga. Like, over time, I guess you could say, maybe he was humble when he was younger, but now, he's just like an angry little nigga. He's just angry. Like, what are you angry for? Like, he's just angry for no reason. Like, short nigga, hey, short temper is really a thing, gang. When people say you have short temper, I don't know. When niggas say you have a short temper, like short temper syndrome or some shit, that shit's really a thing, bro. Short niggas really be getting angry for no reason, like Julian Newman.
Seen this person before, even if you didn't know that it was exactly Julian Newman. One, because you may have not noticed this 5'3" content creator basketball guy and didn't really realize what the relevancy was. And two, because he probably looks burnt out. But long story less long, he will become the laughing stock of the content creator sphere. It gets so bad that streamers start inviting him onto their platforms just to provoke him, poke the bear of it all, because they know that he will rage out. They know that he will give them some sort of clip. They know that he will give them some sort of moment.
Bro, but that shit ain't cool.
I ain't doing that. That's what I'm talking about.
Even though the basketball never panned out, the attention never disappeared. Why? Because Julian Newman will become a spectacle in more than just the basketball lane. He took his talents to the ring as well. I don't even want to go into too deep detail about what happened in his short-lived influencer boxing career. And it's not so much about the fight that, really concerned me. It's the fact that he was embarrassed every step of the way. Everyone looked at him as somebody who can give them a clip, somebody who can give them a moment. And for what it's worth, he fed into it every single time. He went from being this basketball prodigy to a reality show character to this creator hooper to influencer boxer. But the whole time, I think all of those were just ways to kind of hide the fact that he was the internet's punching bag or content creator's court jester. And the only reason why I see him continuously feeding into this narrative, just like I see his sister continuously feeding into this narrative, is because they have a father who was more worried about the monetization as opposed to setting realistic expectations.
Oh, the prodigies. And when they did that, I was like, hey, we got something here.
The father that was more worried about the dollars and cents as opposed to checking on his kid's mental stability. The father who was willing to put his children in compromising and even embarrassing situations because there was a check always attached to it for him. It was another opportunity for him to keep the flame going on the 15 seconds of it all. That's how you end up with two children who are getting embarrassed on social media in their own respective ways. One, because there are this failed creator hooper that is labeled as a crash out, and now anytime somebody wants to associate with him, it's because they think that they can get a fight or some sort of rage baity clip. And that same person who is promoting the other child, who is this OF star who is doing this contradiction gimmick, but ultimately feeding into the narrative and having their brother promote it.
She's gonna be bigger than Kim K, man.
Now, I think on surface, that reaction sounds like
Look, listen, as a father, gang, look, you can always wish the best for your kid. You can always push them for greatness, right? But when it starts, like, when you're trying to make money off your kid, that's when you gotta chill out. You feel me? Now you make them, sometimes unintentionally, you make them do shit that they don't actually want to do. You get me? Like, maybe, so I don't even know his name, Julian Newman's dad, or Jaden Newman's dad, may have made them do something that they don't want to do, but they did anyways, because, like, it's their dad, this, that, and the third, I'm gonna listen to him, this, that. You feel me? He always has the best for me, you know what I mean? But then it end up not being good for them in the long run. You get me? Or even advice given or this, that, and the third. Hey, man. As a father, you gotta know. You see, I'm only 17. I'm already knowing this shit. You get me? But hey, man, as a dad, you just gotta like not force your kid into anything they don't really want to do for real, or else it just ends up bad.
Most ridiculous thing in the world. Your sister's nudes just got leaked to the internet, and your first response is that she could be the internet's Kim K. Okay. But if you look at the family tree in history, then I think it's totally understood. This is the Newman experience. Jamie taught his kids early on that attention.
They're always trying to prioritize on what's...
The mixtapes set him up for success. That was about Julian Newman going and playing basketball, which I think is a miss because I would think that the training would set him up for success, not necessarily the mixtapes, but I don't know. Jaden Newman learned that even if you're getting attention, it could be very costly, but the trade-off is ultimately worth it. I mean, she's the one who said it after revealing that at just the age of 15 years old, people were sending her graphic images. Julian spent his years experiencing that trade-off. Not necessarily the same one where anybody is sending him any graphic images, but ultimately, you know, his public attempts at being successful for basketball made him the internet's court jester. And now Jaden Newman is going through that same thing where she is getting leaked, which, again, I don't know if I would consider it to be a leak, especially because these are the same videos and photos that are on her OnlyFans that she is selling. I do think that this is a play no different than the Kim Kardashian stuff. We do still want to empathize if there is a leak, but ultimately, based off of what I know about this family, they are trying to monetize off of every single situation. Remember, they're positioning this as if these are private videos, but these are things that you can buy for $9.99. But now we sit in a situation where Jaden Newman is going through this public humiliation, and her brother is being that apple not falling far from the tree and taking the words of her father and saying, hey, this could be the biggest thing for you. A situation in which your private, intimate details are being displayed to the public could be the biggest thing that happens to you. Yeah, that's fucking disgusting, gang.
Crazy, man. I'm gonna be real with you, gang. I'm gonna be so real with you, gang. Sometimes, hey, bro, this family's some weird ass family. Niggas develop no prodigy, mind you. Niggas did not develop no prodigy, gang. You should have knew you wasn't gonna make the league when you was 5'5". Obviously, he was getting attention. Obviously, he probably got some college offers. But gang, look, when you ain't getting noticed like that from 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, just know you ain't making the league, gang. I'm gonna be real with you. It's just simple like that. I'm gonna be real with you, gang. I gave up on that dream, what? Last year? 11th grade, I was like, no, I think it was like the end of 10th, start of 10th to the end of 10th grade. I was like, I'm gonna make the league this and the third. But then I realized towards the end of 11th grade, I'm like, damn, I ain't getting no recognition. I'm be real, I don't think I'm making that league, gang. Feel me? If you ain't getting recognized from 9th grade to 10th grade, you ain't no making the league. I'm gonna be real with you. Simple like that. Maybe if you're some type of prodigy, 11, 12, feel me, you can get your comeback. But these niggas really thought they were prodigies. Jalen Newman, maybe Jaden. Jaden couldn't probably make WNBA. But Julian Newman, come on, gang. You was not making the league. No disrespect. But hey, man. Nigga talking about she gonna be the next Kim K. Talking about your sister news like that. That's kind of weird. That's fucked up. If that was happening to me, gang, best believe I'm not mentioning nothing. I ain't looking at nothing. I ain't looking at my phone for the next fucking 2 years, gang. Real shit. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe to me. Go watch my last video. Go watch my next video. And I'm out. Peace.